Hey everyone, how you all doing today? And welcome back to another meta guide for the new season, Delightful Days. We are in the Sunshine Cup, and the format is going to be Great League, and it's going to be normal, fire, grass, and ground type Pokemon. Those are eligible. Charizard is banned from this meta. So, I am recording this ahead of time before the season begins, right? So obviously, like PV Poke does have where you can view the upcoming season. Obviously, things might change as the meta develops, and some things we're unsure about. For example, Acid is getting buffed in terms of energy generation, but we don't know if it's +1 or +2. Usually, it's +1. Sometimes they do +1. Sometimes they do +2. Either if they increase it or buff or nerf it, buff or nerf it. But we're just assuming, for example, that it's a buff. It's a +1. Again, like it could change, so things might change slightly, right? But yeah, we're just going to take a look at some of these Pokemon and some of the teams, and we'll see what Pokemon I think are going to be good and what teams I could think are going to be good. So let's go ahead and begin. For the S rank, we have Jumpluff. Jumpluff is everywhere. It's always on the top of the list, right? In the Great League, in like all the metas it's eligible in the Great League, right? Not the Ultra League yet until they increase the cap to level 60. Then you might see Jumpluffs. Who knows, right? In the Ultra League. But right now, obviously, it's a Great League Pokemon. And the Acrobatics is so good. I love the moveset Acrobatics and Aerial Ace. Of course, Energy Ball does provide coverage. We know this. But like Acrobatics, when it got buffed, it's just so good. And I don't know, like, do you want double nukes with Acrobatics plus Energy Ball? Or do you want, like, a bait move like Aerial Ace? I really like the double flying moveset. Then we have Gligar. I love that this Pokemon is back. Fury Cutter is receiving a huge buff. Dig is still nerfed, right, obviously. But you still generally want Dig and Aerial Ace. And then Fury Cutter is just so good. Talonflame, we all know Talonflame, Incinerate, Fly. Flame Charge, Brave Bird, whatever moveset combination you go for. It really depends if you want the double fly moveset. It depends on your team comp and what you're going with. And then we have Credilli. And Credilli, of course, is receiving that Acid buff this season. Love to see it. And PV Poke does recommend Acid. So, yeah, I mean, going to be really strong to see Credilli. Credilli has been really good anyway with the buff to Rock Tomb, right? So it's been really good with Bullet Seed. But now you're going to want it with Acid. Love to see it. Really cool stuff. Then we have Ursaring. So Ursaring does have Shadow Claw. What is its moveset? Swift, I think it has, right? I think it got Swift at some point. Close Combat, Play Rough. I haven't used Ursaring, to be honest, too often. I probably use it once in a while, but like very rarely. But I might use it this format. And then we have Ferret. I loved Ferret last season. So the upcoming season, or the current season, upcoming season, is going to be really good with that Sucker Punch, Swift, Trailblaze. Just a really good combination. I love the Trailblaze with the Ferret because it boosts the Sucker Punch damage, and Sucker Punch is already powerful. We have another Fury Cutter Pokemon, Farfetch'd. I personally never used the Farfetch'd. I actually don't even know if I know I have them. I'm sure I have them below 1500. I don't know the IV stats or anything like that. We'll take a look at it, but I'll take a look at mine. But yeah, the Fury Cutter is going to be absolutely fantastic. Alolan Marowak with the Fire Spin. It also has Hex and Bone Club, Shadow Bone. Yeah, I mean, pretty cool Pokemon. Then we have Diggersby. Diggersby has always been a great one. It's super tanky. Obviously, the Quick Attack with the Fire Punch. Both of those were nerfed at one point during certain seasons, and then Scorching Sands is a great move. The bulk really helps out Diggersby. I really like this Pokemon a lot, and it's so strong. You know, I've lost to it. I've won with it, right? Moving on to the A-Rank, Ninetales has Ember. Now, you're definitely going to want Ember on this. It is gaining energy generation, so you're going to get to the moves faster. Again, we don't know if it's +1 or +2. We're assuming it's +1. We're not assuming it's +2, right? Because then it would probably be a little bit too broken. But again, it's not unheard of. They buffed Steel Wing one time, +2, right? So they could do it. I'm just saying it's probably going up +1. But either way, Ninetales is going to be pretty good for sure, yeah, in this meta. I think. Gets to the Weather Balls really fast. It also has Psyshock, which is a really good move. And then we have another Incinerate user. I really like this one because it's a rock type. It has Rock Tomb. And of course, it's going to do well against the other fire types, like Talonflame. Obviously, you have super effective damage with the Rock Tomb. Same with Skeledirge. Whatever other fire types you go up against. That's why I really like Makago in this meta. Zangoose has Shadow Claw, right? I have to kind of remember what other moves it has. But no, Zangoose, you might see in this pretty squishy, kind of like Ursaring, but we might see it here. Gliscor also has Fury Cutter, so instead of Sand Attack, you're going to want to see Fury Cutter on its move pool. Skeledirge as an Incinerate user, of course. Fletchinder Fletch'd has Ember, right? I think it has Ember as well, which is pretty cool, receiving that buff. And then we have Flygon. Flygon, I think, is recommended with Dragon Tail. Doesn't this thing also get Scorching... not Scorching Sands. I know it gets Scorching Sands. Sand Attack. But it is recommended, I believe, with Dragon Tail. And that's the moveset I would go with. I love my Shadow Flygon, so I'm sure I'm going to be trying this one out for sure. It's not weak to water, not weak to grass, not weak to fire, so I'm going to be trying it out. It is weak to that ice, Abomasnow, though. And then we have Clodsire as well, which, of course, Clodsire, just the bulk on it, you know, always going to be a really strong Pokemon. Earthquake, super effective damage towards the fire types, Sludge Bomb, or Stone Edge. The B rank, we do have Abomasnow. Abomasnow just has to watch out for the fire, right? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of fire, so I feel like it might be a little bit difficult. But if you get it on a good matchup like the ground, like Digginsby, right, or Clodsire, although actually it's probably kind of neutral against Clodsire. If you get it on Flygon, the grass types, but you don't want it on the fire types, right? That's for sure. Pidgeot. It could be on Pidgeot, although the gust damage is insane. Pidgeot I know is weak, obviously, to ice, but, you know, being a grass type, Abomasnow is also weak to fly, and the gust, especially from the shadow, going to be really strong. Quagsire, Mudboy, that I've enjoyed, even though much I was nerfed. Still been really relevant the past few seasons since it's been nerfed. Lurantis, another bug type. This one also, not bug type, grass type. Is it a bug type too? Or is it just grass? It might just be, I don't know. It might just be grass. I actually don't know. Wow. I don't remember. But either way, this one has Fury Cutter too, right? That goes to show you how much I've used Lurantis. I think it does. Then we have a Mud Slap user. We have Golurk, which might see some play here. Obviously, if it gets on the fire types, it's going to be pretty good, unless if it's Talonflame, right? Magmortar has Karate Chop and Fire Punch and Scorching Sands. Swampert is a Mudboy with the Sludge and Hydro Cannon. Super powerful Hydro Cannon, of course. And then we have Gastrodon as a Mud Slap user. Always been my favorite Mud Slap user. Claydol kind of overtook it last season, I think, in my opinion. I didn't think Claydol was going to be good last season, but it actually is, just because because of how tanky it is. But no, obviously Gastrodon is great too. Moving on to the other options, Tropius could be decent. I think we have better grass types, but Tropius is there. Same with Victreebel. Victreebel does have acid, so you don't have to worry about the Razor Leaf one. I mean, you still could see it, but I don't think you really will, just because there's so many fire types. Acid is probably just a better way to go, even though it doesn't want to be a fire anyway. So Lazo is a lot of fun. Incinerate damage with Poison Fang. Sceptile has Fury Cutter, so Sceptile actually going to be seeing some play. I don't think it's the greatest Pokemon, but it's still going to be seeing some play as well, which is going to be pretty cool. I wouldn't be surprised to see Sceptile. Licky with the rollout damage. We got Wishcash, we got Lileep. Lileep also has Acid, I believe. Roserade as well. We see how fast and how strong Roserade is. The Leaf Storm really going to be doing a lot, but there's a lot it has to watch out for in this beta. I don't think it's going to be used too much. Then we have Marowak. Marowak also has to watch out for a lot. I mean, Gastrodon does too. Has to watch out for the grass types. But, yeah. So Marowak and Claydol still in this meta. Donphan, so we have some Mud Slap users there, right? You can use it. If you want to go double Mud Slap, you could as well. But with Gligar and Gliscor probably going to be all over the place. I'm not sure. And then obviously grass types as well. And then we have Typhlosion as well. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the solid team options. For the first team, we have a few ABB teams. We have Jumpluff with Double Fire, so Double Incinerate with the Macago and the Skeledirge. Obviously, you could go with Talonflame instead of like Skeledirge or something. But I do like the Macago, as I've mentioned earlier. I like it against the other fire types. Backline hates water. Macago is double weak to water. The backline will not appreciate it at all. But Jumpluff likes water types, right? Even if it's running Aerialist Acrobatics, because it's just so bulky and it can take hits. I like the Shadow version. You can go with the regular version as well. Next up, we have Double Water. So we have Quagsire and Swampert. Obviously, you could replace one of these water types with like a Mud Slap user, but then it wouldn't be the greatest, like Gastrodon. It wouldn't be the greatest against Talonflame, for example, if you did that. But no, they're going to be spamming out the water type moves. Backline hates grass, but Talonflame appreciates grass types. Although this team will kind of struggle to Credilli, because Credilli does have Rock Tomb for the Talonflame. If you want to replace Talonflame with a different fire type, you could do that. Maybe even Ninetales. And then another team, Double Grass, so Credilli and Jumpluff, and I put Flygon in the lead. Jumpluff hates fire, right? Obviously, even though the acrobatics will still do a lot if you can get to it. at least when it comes to Gridilli, the Rock Tomb is super effective, right? So against fire types, and it's taking neutral from fire, so that's not too bad. And then Flygon resists those attacks, and it gets to the moves really fast. Flygon is really frail though, so it needs the shields. Next up, we have triple normal. We have Pidgeot in the lead with Ferret, which I think Ferret is a pretty good safe swap. And then we have Diggersby. You would think this team is weak to like Abomasnow, but Pidgeot is doing super effective damage with Gust as well. And Diggersby has double super effective Fire Punch, so it's really not that bad even against it. So yes, triple normal team I think could work out well. I think Ferret is a great safe swap. Next up, we have Abomasnow with Zangoose. You could replace this with like Ferret if you want to, with Farfetch'd. Yeah, you could do that with Ursaring, right? I'm just giving you some examples, and then we have Gastrodon in the lead. I like the Icy one on the non-Shadow Abomasnow, but if you go into the Shadow one, I like the Weather Ball. Final team going to be Bacargo with Gligar and then Credilli. So Credilli, I think, makes a pretty good safe swap, because if they see a Grass type coming in, they might immediately switch into a Fire type, and that's really not that bad for Credilli, right? Sometimes that has happened, you know, when I was using Credilli this season, the current season that's going on. So anyway, that's going to be the Sunshine Cup for you. Let me know what league and meta you're going to be playing, the Open Great League or the Sunshine Cup, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.